Hey guys, what's up? Shin0555 here, back with another drawing video. Today's video is obviously on Rouge the Bat from Sonic. This was requested by Blast Wave. Thank you so much for the request. You have a really cool name, by the way. That's a good name, Blast Wave. Kudos to your name. Okay, anyway. Yeah, so we're going to be drawing Rouge the Bat here. Not much else to say, so, except remember to like, comment, subscribe, share the video, really helps me out. Almost forgot to say that this time. But anyway, guys, let's get our pencils ready, let's jump in, and let's draw Rouge the Bat. Alright guys, so to start off drawing Rouge here, what we're going to do is start with a nice, decent-sized circle. This is going to be her head. And then we get kind of like another circle right underneath there. That's going to be like her upper body, and then like her lower body is going to be another circle just kind of on this side. So you want kind of like a curved line like this going down. And then she's going to have a leg here, which you can kind of just gesture in as kind of like an oval. And her foot would be about here, and it's kind of just a straight line going up. And then this leg is going to go out and then kind of down like this. So you just get kind of like a little oval here. One down there, and then like another little one for the foot. And then she's going to have a hand right about here, and she's going to have a shoulder right about here, and it'll go straight down, or on a diagonal. And then her hand would be about here. And that's pretty much good for the gesture that we need. Again, keep it very light, keep it very loose. It's just kind of there to help guide us to placing all the details. So we're going to start with her face. And if you want to, you can draw in the crosshairs. They look something like this. And what we're going to start off with is her muzzle. So to start, or actually we'll start off with her nose. Her nose is right here, and it's this nice little oval like that. Very small. You can put a little half circle here and actually shade this in if you want. So very small nose, almost like a dot. But after we get that, now we're going to draw on her muzzle, which is kind of like this big kind of curve line that'll dip down and then over around here like this, and then I'll wrap around, and I'll stop about there because we're going to just kind of do the same thing, just going in the opposite direction here like that, and then just connect it into there. And then we could draw on her eyes, which her eyes are kind of like these big, well, it'll be like a big curve line that goes here and then kind of goes into like an oval. So you get one there like that, and then we're going to get another one that goes up, and then over like that, and kind of connects in. And now that we have that done, what we're going to do here is start around here, and just draw a nice, and keep this light because it's still kind of like a gesture, but Rouge has a very round head, kind of like Amy. So you want to keep that like round, like consistent shape here like that. And then off this, I can shrink this down a little bit, and then off this what we're going to do is draw on her ears. So her ears actually aren't too bad, so we'll start right here and just draw a nice big curve line curving out. And Rouge has pretty big ears, so make them big, and then it'll go down and then in like this. And then we're pretty much going to get the same thing on this side, so just a nice big curve line going out. Then it's going to go down and then over like that. And then here what we're going to do is start about here, or you can start from the corner here and draw a curve line curving down like this, kind of like in the middle. And then it'll curve in and connect to this line. And then from here you're going to get a line going up and then over like that for some ear detail. And then pretty much the same thing on this side. So what we're going to do is start about here and draw a line kind of going down the middle like this. And now what we're going to do is start about here and just kind of darken in this little curve line that we have. And then start here and just draw a line curving up and then over like that. And then once you got that down, we can make this line slightly smaller. And you just want to extend this line out like that, and then start here, darken in this line, and it's going to go slightly past the ear there, and then we'll darken in this line like that. And you can erase any overlap, so here and here you can erase. That's pretty much how you draw her ears, not very hard. Now that we got her ears done, we'll jump into finish off her eyes, then we'll draw a little bang. They're not bangs, they're like this hair spikes that she has. But anyway, let's do her eyes. So we'll start with this shape, and pretty much all you're going to do is follow this line, but you're going to extend it a little bit past this line, so you want this line to go past this one, and then we're going to start the curve going down like that. And then same thing on this side, so you're just going to extend this line out just a little bit, and then curve this one down. And then we could draw on her eyelashes, or eyelid really, with a line that goes up and then kind of curves down like that. And then same thing over here, it goes up and then kind of curves down. So there's like a little bit of a bend to it. And then what we're going to do is draw another line that hugs this line very closely. And a little tip is you want it to get really thin, so you want the line to stay very close on this angle, and as it goes farther away it gets thicker. Or like this line starts really close to this one, but as you go up it gets slightly farther away from this, and just not a lot, just slightly, so it gives a nice kind of like line weight when you shade it all in like this. So like this part's a lot thicker than this part, and then we could shade this in as well. Very easy. And then all you need to do here is just draw two spikes going out, so you get one and then another one like that. And then you could shade these in. And that's how you draw our eyelashes. And then same thing on this side, just going in the opposite direction. Like that. And now all we need to do is draw in her eyes, which are these nice big U shapes. So you can get one here, like that, and then another one right here, just like that. And then what you could do is draw a nice little oval in the middle. Same thing over here. And then a little circle at the very edge of that oval right there. And then you could just shade the oval in black. There we go. And now for her mouth, it is just simply a nice little curve line and then a little curve line underneath it. That's more like a U, really. So you get like a kind of like a straight line here and then like a little U underneath. And then once you get that down, you could start about here and just draw a little spike that goes down and then out. And then it'll curve in. And then you get another one that goes down and out, and then this one's going to get covered up by the shoulder a lot. And you could darken in this line right here, and then just draw a line going down and over, and it'll curve in like that. That's pretty much it for her head, and that's probably the most difficult part of drawing her. But now we could draw in her body, and we're going to start with her shoulder right here, because her shoulder kind of intersects her little muzzle. So to draw that in, we'll start here. And you just draw a nice little curve line kind of wrapping around this circle, and then it'll just angle down like this. And then here you get a curve line that curves in and then just down like that. And we'll stop about there because like this is where like the sleeve is going to start, and then it'll go straight into her hand. We'll do that. Let's do that right now. Let's just go straight into her arm because it's in front of everything. So what we're going to do is where these two parallel lines end about here, we're going to just draw a nice little curve line that intersects them, like that. And then for her, I don't even know what you'd call this, like the beginning of her glove. I don't know, it's like this big foldy part. It's like a cuff, really. So what you can do is draw a line curving in, have it dip in and then out, and then it'll go around and then up. And then starting about here, you're just going to draw a line going over, kind of dip it in a little bit, make it look like some folds, like that. Very simple. And then the hand placement's actually pretty good. So like the arm will go around here like this, and then it'll go straight into the hand. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw a nice oval for the thumb. And then here, what we're going to do, we're just going to go into the hand. If you want a little bit of gesture, you could just draw like a line like this. And then that'll be like the start of the index finger, right about there. But we're going to go straight into the hand here. And what we're going to do is follow this oval that we have. And then we're going to branch out and then curve it in. And then it's going to curve around, and it's going to go straight into the index finger here, so it's going to extend out, kind of curve up. And then when you go up here, what you're going to want to do is draw a line that goes straight in like that. And then we'll start about here and draw a line extending out, kind of curve it in like that. And then we'll get one more about here, and this one won't extend, like these fingers will be bent downwards. So you're just going to get a little bump here and a line going in. And then for this one, you get a little bump, and then the line goes straight into the sleeve. So it's going to curve in, kind of get a little dip right here, and then go up. And then here, it's going to go in, dip in, and then go up like that. So you have her arm. And that's pretty much it on how you draw her arm. Now we're going to draw her, we'll gesture in her body a little bit more. Rouge has like an hourglass figure, so what that means is you get kind of like an S curve, really. So it goes in, curves in where the waist is, and then curves out when it extends to her leg. So you get kind of like this S curve, and then you're pretty much going to get the same thing here. It's going to curve out, again curve in where her waist is, and then kind of curve into where the leg. So you get kind of like a shape like that, so you get kind of like the hourglass type look. And then I'm going to extend this line out about here, and we'll start right about here and just draw a nice little curve line that curves in like this. And we're going to adjust this line a little bit, kind of darken it in, going up like that, following this kind of curve that goes up. I'm going to erase a little bit of it because you want it to stop right about there. And then what we could do here is draw kind of like a center line down her body, like that. And we'll use that center line to start the heart, the big like heart piece that she has on her chest. So it'll start here, and you just draw a line curving out. And then you just make a heart shape, really, like that, and then it'll go out, like that. And if you want to give it a little bit more detail, what you could do is draw a line that hugs the outside of this heart, like that. And then you get the start of her shirt here, which would just be a curve line that curves right into this heart here. You see a little bit of her bust, which is just a curve line, and you get another little curve line right here. And then you get like a line that starts here and then curves in for her shoulder. And you kind of erase any overlap you have there too, like that. And now we'll jump into her leg here, then we'll get this leg, get her hand, and then her wings, and we should be pretty good. So her leg's very similar to her glove thing here when you start out, but since this leg's kind of more towards us, we're going to see like the bottom of it. So we're going to get like that cuff part right about here. And to draw that in, what we're going to do is start here and just draw a curve line that intersects these two lines. And then we're going to go in and start about here, and you basically get like a little hook or like a check mark type shape. And it'll go down and stop right about there. This line will connect into that one. And then we'll start about here and just draw a nice little curve line that curves over and then in like that. And this line will go up. So again, you get that cuff shape. And here, just simply what we're going to do is just draw a nice little curve line like this. I'm going to extend this line out a little bit more. Just draw a little curve line going across, and it's not going to touch these two edges. But from that line, we're pretty much going to get the boot. It'll start about here like this. And I'm just going to gesture it in. It's going to go down, kind of curve out a little bit. And the boot, this front boot's kind of at a weird position because it's kind of like dead on to us. So it's kind of hard to see it, but it would look something like this as it goes up. But that's pretty good. So you get a shape that looks something like this. And then I'm going to start about here, and we're just going to draw a curve line that curves over, and then in like this, because you want to draw like kind of like a fold in her boot. And then you're going to get another line that's going to curve up, over, and then down like that. And then very similar to her chest piece that we did up here, we're going to have a heart, so you can get that line down the middle. And there's just a big heart right in front of her shoe. So you get it to look like that. And this line will just kind of curve up a little bit, just go into here. And then this line will go out, kind of curve up, and then go over like that. Again, it's kind of like at an awkward angle. But that's just kind of like the pose, how the pose was. And then what we could do here is you'd see a little bit of like this little mini like rectangle that hugs the bottom of the shoe here. Or boot, if I'm being specific, like that. And now we could draw the next boot in, and this one's going to be significantly easier, mainly because we see more of like a boot shape, because it's more on like an angle, so it kind of gets that like L shape. But before we do that, we can actually move it a little bit closer, about there. But what we can do here is finish off this curve line right here like that. So you basically get like a curve line that goes straight up to the heart, but you want to erase any like this middle part there like that. And then from here we're just going to get a curve line that curves over like this into the knee. And we'll get one here that curves in like that. And then right here what we're going to do is get a curve line that intersects these two and goes out. And we'll get another curve line that starts right about here and then curves over and down. And very similar to this one, we'll get that curve line right here that's not going to touch the cuff part, like that. And then here we just simply get a line that goes out, kind of curves in, and then connects into here like that. And if you want to add a little detail line, you could draw another little curve line right there. Alright, now that we got that done, we could draw in the shoe shape. I'm going to just gesture it in here. It's going to go down, kind of make like an L, and then go over like this. And then here it just go down, and then kind of into the boot shape like that. And what we could do here is draw a line going kind of in the middle here. And we'll start with the heart, and then we'll draw the boot going up. That's kind of the easiest way to do it. So we'll start with the heart. Again, we'll get that line. We're going to draw that heart shape here like this. Like that. And then we'll start here and draw a line curving out. Up. And it's going to have a fold in it like that. And then it's going to curve over and then up like that. And then here it'll just go out. Kind of down like this. Straighten out at the bottom here as it curves down. And then over, and you want to like have like a little bump here for the heel that we're going to draw on right now. And the heel's really easy to draw. So what you do is draw a line going down like this, across, and you have it go straight up like that. And then we'll start about here and draw a line going down and then hug the bottom of the shoe like that. And then to give the heel a little bit of depth, right at this corner here, you could just draw a line connecting inwards like that. And you can erase any overlap. Very simple. Alright, now we could just draw on this hand. And I'm going to adjust it a little bit. It should be right about here. And what we could do is, this hand's a little weird, just because like the thumb placement, it's kind of like in the middle of the hand. So basically, you'd get kind of like a shape like this. And then the thumb will be like right dab in the middle of it. Like that. And then it would kind of like connect in, you'd see a little bit of like the cuff part that's right here. That would be this part right there that we barely see. And it'll curve out and then kind of go into the hand like that. And again, I'm just gesturing it in, just kind of spacing it out. And then we get the 4 fingers that go on an arc. And this one will extend out. This one will extend kind of out that way, kind of out and then over, and then one more like that. And that's pretty much good for what we need for the gesture. So I'm going to just jump into detail here, zoom in a little bit more. So I'll start here and just draw a nice curve line that follows the oval. Then it's going to dip in and then kind of out. This, and then wrap around, kind of go over like that. So there's the thumb. And now what we're going to do is start about here and just draw a darker line that goes over, kind of up, and then just goes straight into the finger here, and then goes down like that. This finger will kind of go out and then over like that, and then just curve in. This finger will start off this one and just kind of curve over like that and go in. And then the pinky just kind of goes out a little bit and then kind of curves in like that. And then what you get here is a line that goes up and it'll intersect the fingers up here like that. So I'm actually going to erase all the sketchy guidelines that we have because it's very messy. And we're going to redraw it in. And again, this is why when you do gesture lines, you keep them very light. And I could see like that hand doesn't look good right there like that. I'm just going to make it go straight into, I'm not even going to put a bump. Just make it go straight into the finger there. And then this finger. And then another. And then one more. And I actually don't like how this dips. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to straighten this out. Curve it in like that. There we go. That's much better. Again, when you do gesture, make sure you do it light so you can erase and adjust as you need. This line can extend out a little bit more. Like that. Very simple. And if you want to, you can draw a little curve line here and here to show it kind of wrapping into this part. And now, oh, before I forget, we could draw on her tail, which is a nice little spike that goes out from where her butt is right here. Darken this line too. Like that. And now all we have to do is draw on our wings and we can call it a day. So our wings are actually pretty easy. We're going to start about here and you just draw a nice little curve line that curves up like this. And then here what you're going to do is get a kind of like a curve line that goes down like that. So you get one here that goes up, one here that goes down. And then from this line what you're going to do is kind of make like a little bit of like almost like a triangle. So it's going to go down, kind of get to a point here and then connect into this one right here as it goes up. So you get kind of like this like triangle almost. It's very rounded, but it's still kind of like a triangle. And then you get a nice curve line that goes in like this. And then for our wings here, basically it'll go, start about here, just be a curve line that goes up and then curves down into like this spike here as it curves up and in. And then here we're going to draw pretty much the same thing. So we get a curve line here like that. Then we're going to get that weird kind of elongated triangle shape here. So go out, kind of go over. It actually kind of looks like a boomerang now that I look at it. So a boomerang type shape. And then you'll get a curve line here going up. See a little bit of the spike here as it goes up and in like that. So that's pretty much how you draw Rouge the Bat from Sonic. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I will put the sketch that we just did up here. I will put the inked version I did beforehand up there as well. You stay. And there you have it. So yeah, that's pretty much how you draw Rouge the Bat. I think she's a little bit more of a difficult character to draw because she has like more weirdly like human proportions with like her body figure. And like any Sonic character that has like a round head is honestly really hard to draw, just because you want to keep that like roundness of the head, and if it's off just by a little bit, it doesn't look right. So it definitely does take practice. I say look at a reference, but overall I believe you can do it. If you have any questions about it, feel free to leave that in the comment section below. I'll try my best to answer whatever questions you have. Thanks again, Blastwave, for the request. If you guys have requests, I do take them. All you need to do is leave what you want me to draw in the comment section below. I'll put it on my list, and hopefully get to it one day. So anyway, guys, remember to like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It really helps me out. And remember to follow all my social links down in the description below. Other than that, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.